Yes, please start.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. So, from Bali, welcome to our webinar in conjunction with Hari Kartini, Top Indonesia Woman in Tourism, Virtual Summit with Top Experts 2025. Held today, Monday, 21st of April 2025. This webinar is brought to you and organized by the Institute Tourism International. I'm Ratna, the Pata Bali and Nusrat Chapter Secretary General. I have the privilege to moderate this webinar. Introducing the team of Institute of Tourism, Director Dr. Reza Soltani. Thank you very much. Executive Board Member Dr. Taleb Rivai, former Secretary General UN Tourism Spain. Professor Francisco Frangeli, former Secretary General of UN Tourism, Director General of Tourism France. Board Member Dr. Nimadi Eka Mahadevi, MPAR CHA, Bali Tourism Polytechnic Minister of Tourism, Republic of Indonesia. We would like to thank you all the distinguished speakers who are here today and the end tourism. And of course, thank you very much for all the participants who join us today. So thank you everyone again who joined this webinar different platforms. So we will have YouTube, Facebook, etc. For your information, all the speakers' bio and presentations will be on our website and available from tomorrow on their dedicated pages. Later, should you have any questions, please feel free to write and will be replied accordingly and will be remain on the website. Welcoming the Director, Institute of Tourism Belgium, board members, executive board members, and Institute of Tourism for international webinar, Top Indonesia Women in Tourism, Virtual Summit with Top Expert 2025, and Speakers Introduction. Minister of Tourism, Republic of Indonesia, Indonesia Tourism Growth Empowering Women as a Pillars of Indonesia's Tourism Transformation by Dr. Masrurah, expert staff of the Minister for Business Development of the Ministry of Tourism, Republic of Indonesia, former as a Vice Director of Ministry of Tourism. Number two, we have Professor Insinyur Windu Nuryati, M.Arch, PhD, Gajah Mada University, Professor, Department of Architectures and Planning, UGM, and Vice Minister of Education and Culture for Cultural Affairs, Ministry of Education, Republic of Indonesia, 2011 to 2014. And with the topic, is tourism a driver of a gender equality? And number three, we have Dr. J.R. Yanti Sukamdani, CHA, Asian Tourism Association, Sahit Hotels Group, Kartini's legacy at the hotel industry, women leading sustainable hospitality quality services. Number four, we have Mrs. Pauline Suharno, President of Astindo. Astindo is the Association of Travel Agency Indonesia, Women Participation, Technology Challenges, Opportunities, and Threat in the Travel Business. Number five, we have Dr. Mira Gunawan, founder and senior advisor of Asian Journal for Hospitality and Tourism, Bandung Institute of Technology. The role of women in Indonesian tourism, the public sector, and beyond. Number six, we will have Dr. Niwayan Giri Atyani, lecturer of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, former Secretary, Ministry of Tourism, Republic of Indonesia. From tradition to passion, how Bali women are preserving and maintaining culture tourism for international destination. Number seven, we will have Mrs. Ratnauli Gultom, trainer and activist, ecotourism sustainability, with the topic empowering women through ecotourism sustainability. Number eight, we will have Mrs. Sri Wahyuni, former head of tourism, permanent secretary of East Kalimantan Authority, New Indonesia from local woman perspective for Tourism Smart City Center. Number nine, we will have Professor Dr. Beth Al Silisna Lagarense, MM, the first woman professor in Indonesia. So we have to be proud of that. Manado State Polytechnic, North Sulawesi, with the topic Women Behind the Wonders, Empowering Local Heroines in Tourism. And then number 10, the last speaker would be Professor Winda and Minkit M. Mart, Essay, Agriculture Sustainability of Tourism, Samratulangi University, North Sulawesi, with the topic Blue Economy Heroines, Women Balancing Aquacultures and Ecotourism. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen and distinguished speakers, I would like to invite Dr. Iyung Masuro to present her presentation on Indonesia tourism growth, empowering women as a pillars of Indonesia tourism transformation. Ibu Iyung, please, time is yours.
Thank you, Maratna. Dr. Reza Sultani, President Institute Tourism Belgium, and Chairwoman Dr. Nimade Eka Mahadewi, good friend of mine, board member and executive board member of Institute Tourism, distinguished speakers, guests, ladies and gentlemen, and all the amazing women in tourism from across Indonesia and beyond. Good afternoon. Before I begin, let me share a warm greetings from our Minister of Tourism, Ibu Widianti Putri. She truly wanted to be here today to celebrate this special occasion with all of you. Unfortunately, due to another commitment, she couldn't attend, but she sends her best wishes and full supports to all of you, the inspiring women shaping the future of tourism. It's a real honor to stand here today in this incredible summit. We are not just celebrating innovation and leadership in tourism. We are celebrating you, the women who are driving positive change in this industry. Today is especially meaningful as it falls on Kartini Day, a day when we remember Raden Ajeng Kartini, a true pioneer of women's empowerment. Her spirit lives on in every woman who leads, creates, and makes a difference. Ladies and gentlemen, tourism is one of the most dynamic and people-focused sectors in our economy. It connects communities, protects culture, and provides livelihoods. And at the heart of it all are women. Whether running homestays in villages or leading teams in big cities, women are creating experiences, driving innovation, and bridging tradition with modern ideas. According to UN Tourism, women make up 54 to 55% of the global tourism workforce. That's a powerful number, but many women still face challenges when it comes to leadership, access of training, and financial support. That's why we need to keep building a tourism sector that is inclusive, supportive, and empowering, where women are not only part of the story, but also leading the way. And let's not forget, in many families, women are the ones making travel decisions, where to go, what to see, and how to spend. This gives women the power to shape how tourism is experienced by choosing ethical, sustainable, and culturally rich destination. Women can help guide tourism in a more meaningful direction. Through these choices, women are teaching the next generation to travel with respect, to care for the environment, and to value culture and community. Empowering women means empowering families. It means building stronger communities. Because when women make conscious travel choices, they are creating more than memories. They are shaping values and inspiring others. As Indonesia moves forward in building a tourism industry that is sustainable, inclusive, and resilient, empowering women isn't just a nice idea, it's essential. Women are not just part of the change, they are the change. The summit is call of action for government, educators, businesses, and communities to invest in women's potential, to support their leadership, and to amplify their voices in shaping the future of tourism. Let's celebrate the incredible women already making a difference, and let's make sure every woman and every girl, no matter where she comes from, has the chance to rise, to lead, and to thrive. To all of the women here today, thank you for inspiring us. To all our partners in promoting gender equality, let's keep moving forward together. As Kartini once said, habis gelap, terbitlah terang. After darkness comes light. Let's be the light for the future of tourism and for generations to come. Happy Kartini Day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ibu Yung. Wow. I believe that in the next maybe 5 years that the woman equality should be more than 55%, correct? Yeah, because we would like to have more women influential, especially in Bali, that we have a lot of women leaders, especially in tourism and hospitality industry. So we would like also to inspire other women in other provinces of Indonesia. But I agree with you, we should be more than 55%. So thank you very much, Ibu Yung. All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, participants, and we would like to invite Professor Engineer Windu Nuryani, MArch PhD. So she will be presenting is a tourism a driver of gender equality. So I think this will be continue what Ibu Iyong said, that we should be having more and more women influencers, women leaders, especially in the hospitality and tourism sector. Ibu Windu, silakan.
Thank you, my beautiful moderator today. First of all, I like to greet my colleagues, friends, and ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Here in Jogja, I'm 3 o'clock, I think, yeah, and 4 o'clock in Bali. So we have such a big country with a different time zone. So yes, I just like to continue what Mrs. Iung, Dr. Iung Masruro said, representing the Minister of Tourism Republic of Indonesia, the importance of women in tourism. It's no question, no doubt about it. But let me just really think, is it tourism a driver of gender equality? So I like to start with the women in tourism, the strategic values of it. First of all, that woman is the decision maker in travel. So let's us look at our family when we want to make a trip. So who decide where to go, when, how long, what to eat, where to stay? It's women. Okay. So 80% of all travel decisions made by women. This is a worldwide number. And it's not just that women is the decision maker in travel, but women also travel differently than men. Because women is more adventurous. Women is more a wide kind of horizon in terms of choosing the where destination, what kind of destination. It's more also in terms of number. So the growth of women in travel and tourism is growth exponentially. The explosive growth of women is not just young, but also women with the age of more than 45 years old, they become the decision maker, but plus also the trendsetter of the travel. So another thing is that 85% women around age 55, 75 plus, they plan to travel outside the country of residence. What does it mean? It means that woman also is not just the decision maker in terms of travel, but also the core of the foreign tourist, the core of the international travel. Because woman is the willingness to travel internationally is higher than men. But not only that, it's also higher percentage of women as repeaters, as a tourist who repeat to visit destination, also dominated by women. Okay, please next. That in Indonesia, when we, yes, the potential, the strength, the power of women in tourism are there. But when we look at the really number of the only women working in tourism in formal sector is higher than men. What does it mean? It means that yes, women has a bigger number than men working in tourism, but lower level. So we have a homework to do still. So when we look at the statistical number, 80% of women versus 67 men. So women is higher. This number is higher than the number of the workforce worldwide, which is only 54%. It's already very high. But in Indonesia, 80% is higher than workforce worldwide. But when we look at the more formal sector in tourism, the lower participation of women in tourism industry. What does it mean? It means that women now still they have problem with barrier when they want to move from the informal sector to the formal sectors. So my next slide, which we saw the gap, the wage gap between men and women. This is people who work in the tourism industry in Indonesia. That the wage gap for women in tourism in Indonesia still earn 20% less. And some of the subsector of tourism even 50% less. What does it mean? It means that women sometimes we have to work twice as hard in order to be equal to men. So the higher, but this one is the higher gap compared to around 14% worldwide. So the gap of the wage between men and women in tourism sector in Indonesia is still quite significant. So when we look at the triangle, so famous, the triangle about what is the role of how do we measure the role of women in tourism. There are 3 levels. The lowest level is the level of participatory, and then access and the control. So yes, the workers, women working in tourism industry 65%, but still at the dark blue level, which is basically lower level. But when we try to move up, like for example, general manager of hotel, the manager of the restaurant, etc., the number drop into 20%. So 1/3 only. The way moving up, which is like the owner of the policy making of the top executive, is basically less than 10%. So what does it mean? That we have to work so hard in order to move up the gap between the women working in the low level into more access and then more control, which is as a policymakers. So last, what should we do about this? What is the solution? So I identify at least 6 elements in terms of the solution of the problems I illustrated before. So let's not just mind the gap, but let's narrow the gap. How? Number 1, education and training. Number 2 is employment, equal opportunities, men and women, inclusion. And then number 3 is, I think, is the most important thing, which is entrepreneurships along the tourism ecosystem. Entrepreneurships for women in tourism must be prioritized. Leadership, policy decision making. Let's give room, let's give chance to women to be the chief, to be the leader, to be the decision makers on the workforce of tourism. Number 5 is let's get the freedom from any violence in the workforce, not just in the workforce, but also in the home environment, the whole environment. And the last one is the transparency for better policies. Yes, we do have a right policy in order to put women in tourism, but whether these policies monitor and whether these policies also transparent, so that people understand, so that people can do some input and evaluation. How can we make women role better in tourism? So this is what I offer. How do we make women become the power, become the not just the power but also the game changer, the agent of the development of tourism in Indonesia. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, indeed, Ibu. It's our challenge actually to level up our women to climb higher. And although that this
Exactly.
is also, yeah, inspiration by Kartini, that we have to have the emancipation, yeah, emancipation in all industry levels, not only in the tourism. And I believe that in the years to come, with the education training provided by government perhaps or private sector, this will be really, really a help for the normal. At the moment, if you see, Ibu, the from Bali especially, we have a lot of young girls going to Turkey, and I asked them, "What are you doing there?" "Oh, we have to work. We are masters." "Oh, really?" And we learned how to speak English, so and then we can level up, become the manager. So after they do a therapies for like 3 years, and then they level up, become a manager. So it's really proud of us, you know. A lot of Balinese young girls do that, and because this is a
Good, good,
chance,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
and a good money compared to when they work at home. They work domestically here. They don't really, maybe UMR, yeah, they don't earn much. But I agree with you, Ibu, that we have to
Exactly.
provide
That's the main
education,
challenge, yeah.
training. Yes, yeah, true. So it's not only,
Access
let's
and
say, not
control are
only
the key.
the exactly, yeah. So it's a challenge, especially when we have the lady minister in our sector. Thank you very much, Professor Windu. Okay, next
That's good.
presentation.
That's good. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation will be presented by Ibu Dr. Yanti Sukamdandi, CHA. So she will be presenting the Kartini legacy at hotel industry. Women leading sustainable hospitality quarter services. I know Hotel Sahid Group is one of the leading of the hotel group in Indonesia. When I was young, I was working at the Sahid Bali Hotel back in 90. And indeed, it was really, really good experience to have the what you call it, the local owned and operate hotel chains. Ibu Yanti, silakan.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for your introduction, Ibu Ratna Subrata. And since you're in Bali, you have visited Beach Walk, right? That's the Sahid
Yes,
Hotels,
many
the Beach
times.
Walk, yeah. Beach Walk.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your support. So, and good afternoon, everybody. I'm happy to meet. This is very teman lama, old friends like Dr. Windu, Professor Dr. Windu, Ibu Mira, Ibu Niwayan Giri, Ibu Iyung. You know, there's all that in the industry. We always meet in the industry. Okay, I want to start with the introduction. The hotel sector in Indonesia. Hotel sector is a diverse hospitality sector. In Indonesia, hospitality industry is a diverse, offering a range of services. Oh, can I have the next place, please? The next page. Oh, gimana nih cara? Ibu Ratna, can I have the next page? Okay, yeah, betul. Okay, that's it. So, hotel industry is actually is diverse, offering a range of services from luxury hotels to local eateries, reflecting a rich culture, especially in Indonesia. Impact of tourism. Of course, they play a very important role of growth of Indonesia hospitality industry, attracting visitors to its beautiful landscape and cultural heritage for example, Bali and Yogyakarta. Challenges in the industry, the hospitality sector faces challenges such as ensuring sustainability and delivering quality service, which requires strong leadership, especially women leadership. I can tell you later how many women working in the industry. Importance of sustainability in hotel industry. Their long-term viability. Sustainability is crucial for the long-term success and viability in the hospitality industry, ensuring it thrives to the future generations. Enhance guest experiences. A sustainable initiative improve guest experiences by providing unique, responsible, and engaging options during their stay. You know, if we are not unique and we are not different, we are not thinking out of the box, yeah, then we are just the same like other industry or other hospitality industry. Environmental impact reduction. Implementing sustainable practices helps reduce the overall environment's impact of hospitality operation, promoting a healthier planet. This is, I think, is commitment for all of us. Community relationship. Sustainability fosters positive relationship between hospitality businesses and their communities, enhancing mutual benefits. Next, please. So, women leadership position and sustainable initiative. The driving change of an innovation. Women in leadership role with hospitality organization are key drivers of change and innovation, bringing fresh perspective to the industry. And shaping policies, their unique insights significantly influence the policies that focus on sustainability and enhancing the quality of service in the hospitality. Environment commitment, their involvement in women leadership typically leads to more environmentally friendly practices with organization. Social responsibility, women leaders offers emphasis social responsibility, influencing their companies to engage community and social initiatives. Women more tolerant and deep sensing about social issues and particularly related to the community. You know, women participation in the tourism and creative economy industry per year in Indonesia is 68%. So that means women play a very important role in hospitality industry. And you know, the hospitality industry, they need smooth and of course softness because they're services industry, and people, the business involving people also must be handled by people. So that's why there are a lot of women working in this hospitality industry. Next, please. Case examples of women leaders. Successful female leaders in hospitality have successfully driven sustainability initiatives, showcasing their impact on the industry. They're more focused on their task, even though multitasking in her advantage. This is what I see, at least in Indonesia. Sustainability advancement, their contribution have led to significant advances in sustainability, reducing waste and promoting eco-friendly practices. Inspiration for others, these leaders serve as role models, encourage other women and organizations to adopt sustainable practices. If you see in the picture here, you know, I received the honorary doctor from the Sinan University, that's a tourism university. I said, why? Because he said, this is the way we try to develop the tourism in Indonesia. And as Dr. Windu said, that woman is a good influencer. So we invite our family, let's say, to take a decision where to go in our next holiday. And woman's character is things with heart and mind. So this is way how women show their care. That's, I think, that's why, you know, women are becoming more and more important in the hospitality industry. Next page, please. So I just want to tell you a little bit about the Sahid Group commitment in sustainability services, policies and practices. In our group, we implemented various sustainable practices in its operation, showcasing its commitment to environmental responsibility. That's very important because in the hotel, you use a lot of chemicals, you use a lot of, anything that's plastic, something like that. So this is actually what we try to sustain the environment, so we try to use not as much as plastics, chemicals, or we treat them well before we throw it to the waste. Waste reduction initiatives. This group has implemented waste reduction initiatives that minimize waste generation and promote recycling their operations. For instance, the way we water our plants, so we use the used water, recycled water. So we don't use the fresh water, but the recycled water, just something like that. And we try to grow plants, in all our hotels, we try to grow plants so that besides green environment, it's also healthy because it's produce more oxygen. Energy efficiency measures, as you know now, the energy is getting and more expensive. So that's why we try to reduce energy by including the use of LED lighting, for instance, and energy efficient appliances. Water conservation efforts. This is actually the challenge for everybody in the industry. Water, is the most important in a human being. So we find techniques how to reduce the water used. Environmental footprint reduction. These associates reflect the company's ongoing efforts to reduce the environmental footprint and promote sustainability within the hospitality industry. And community engagement programs. This is also, you can see a lot example in Bali. Community engagement programs are designed to involve local communities in sustainability efforts, fostering partnership and supports. Because there is no tourism without without people. So we ask them to join us for the local communities in sustainability efforts. Sourcing local products, this is very important. Current project emphasize sourcing local products to support local economies and reduce carbon footprints. And this is already practices in almost everywhere in Indonesia. I just came back from Jogja, Dr. Windu. I went to Desa Wisata, and they are very interesting and how they try to reserve the environment. I visited the lava tour, so I want to see the lava. What happened in Jogja?
My house is just 5 minutes away from that.
Really? Yeah, employee engagement. Engaging employees in sustainability practices fosters a culture of responsibility and commitment to environmental stewardship. So in next page, please. In Sahid, we have 20% because we are hotel business. Because when we talk about hospitality, not only hotel, but we also have travel agents, restaurants, travel agents, event organizer, and so on. But it will grow. Growing influence that will still keep growing, and contribution to success, that women leaders play a critical role in the success of the Sahid Hotel, driving innovation and performance. And we help here with experience the education. We happen to have education, universities and polytechnic, that how to educate especially the women to have their further education. Many challenges faced in women careers, providing insight into overcoming obstacles in male-dominated industry. That's we still challenge this. And sustainability strategies, the leaders share effective strategies they utilize to promote the sustainability within the hospitality sectors. And next is the challenge faced by the women in the industry. Next, please. Di sini, the gender bias. Women in the hospitality industry frequently face gender bias, affected their career progression and workplace dynamics, especially in the hotel industry. We have shift. We have morning shift, afternoon shift, and evening shift. That's usually we have problem for women working in the evenings because their family don't allow them, or their parents, they don't allow their children, something like that. Work-life balances issues. Achieving work-life balances is a significant challenge for women in hospitality, impacting their personal and professional lives. Fostering inclusion, addressing these challenges is crucial for fostering inclusive workplace that support women's growth and success in the industry. So this is our challenges. But of course, besides challenge, next page, please. Besides challenge, there is also opportunities for growth and development. Leadership programs. Leadership program in the hospitality industries empower women to take and managerial roles and enhance their skills. And mentoring opportunities, mentoring helps women in hospitality connect with experienced professionals who can guide their career paths. Again, it's also education. Networking events provide women the chance to build relationship and share experiences within the hospitality sectors. As you know, women always have a lot of connection. They are talkative. They have a lot of friends, a lot of families. That's also will help. For the woman to grow their career. Okay, so my next page is my conclusion. Empowering women leaders. Women plays a crucial role in leading sustainable hospitality services, showcasing their leadership skills and commitment. This in the woman. And what I see, especially in Indonesia, my friend in the hospitality, they are really trying, working and serious and focus because what? Because they know these guests or customers, they need care, not just services. They need more care, and that's actually the character of women. We can get it from there. Commitment to sustainability. Their decision to sustainable practices not only enhances service quality, but also sets new standards in the industry. So this is very important with our sustainability. Hospitality industry really very, very much needs sustainability, especially in the environment. If you don't have any more scenery, or you don't have any more greens, you don't have any more anything what you want to offer to your customer, then this is not anymore tourism. Okay, inspiring future generation. These leaders inspire future generation by demonstrating the impact of sustainable service in hospitality. Don't forget, women, they are teacher for their children. So they have to teach their children, their environment, also maybe their subordinate, how, for the future generation to be inspired for the future generation. Because I know tourism, I think, will be the future generation, especially in Indonesia. We have desa wisata. We have 7,500 desa wisata, and not all of them already developed. We need to be more development on that. So that's why Indonesian Strong will be, if you come to Indonesia, one of them that we offer is desa wisata, because we are very unique. We have, like in Professor Windu's place, a lava tour. We have also another green tourism. Don't forget culinary, and we also have petualangan. So I think this is so many things that we can offer. So I think tourism will be really the future of Indonesia. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ibu Yanti. I deeply agree with you. Just talk about the desa wisata a little bit. I would like
Yeah.
to make a comment on that.
Yeah.
Because in Bali itself, we call it Dewi, desa wisata. We
Yeah.
have 238 desa wisata
Wow.
across the island. And you know what? Most of the desa wisata figures are women. Starting for the providing a guest house or homestay where the guests can live with them.
Yeah.
And in the evening, they have the activity together, like helping the children making the homework, and then maybe in the afternoon making chana for offering. And then in the morning they go to the market together with the lady in the house, and then come back from the market. They do cooking, and they were surprised. The breakfast, rice for breakfast. The foreigners try to understand, because in the villages they don't have bread, so they used to have rice. And then after that they go to the rice field and try to work on the rice field. So all of these, most of them is is done by women. So
Yeah.
we're really, really proud of it. And I believe that Desa Wisata in Bali especially will be empowering or inspiring other destination.
You know,
I've been to
I just spoke
sorry?
to Bupati Gianyar. They
Yeah.
have 40 only Gianyar. They have 40 village tourism, desa wisata, and you know they also have the world apa UNESCO received the UNESCO recognition. Is like Penggerisingan, and the other one, what is the famous one? The name?
Jatiluwe?
No, in Bali.
Jatiluwe is Tabanan. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
Panglipuran.
Panglipuran, yeah, Panglipuran is
Panglipuran. Oh, yeah, yeah,
also
yeah.
recognized internationally, you know. So we need
Yes.
more and more desa wisata like this in the whole Indonesia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was also in Jogja and visiting Nglarangan, you know, the stalagmite stone and
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like that. And it's really, really beautiful. I
Okay.
mean, that if Bali can inspiring other industry leaders, especially women leaders, to get moving, because we would like to have the tourists coming and be with us. It's not
Yeah.
only going to the big hotels and
Yes.
not doing the normal activities, but staying in the guest house or staying in
Yeah.
the Desa Wisata villages, there will be a kind of experience that, of course, lead by women.
Yeah.
But thank
Okay.
you, Ibu Yanti, for sharing. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you very
Thank
much.
you.
All right. Now, for the next speakers, we will have Ibu Pauline Suharno, President of Astindo, with the topics of women participation, technology challenges, opportunities, and threat in the travel business. Ibu Pauline, silakan.
Terima kasih, Dr. Ibu Ratna. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I would like to greet Ibu Iyung Masuro and Ibu Gidi, of course. Thank you for giving me a chance to share my experience in the travel business. As a woman, I start my tourism path from my own company. Actually, my late father's company. I continue my late father's company in Elok Tour, a travel agent based in Jakarta. And then somehow one of my late father's friend, late Bapak Rudiana, he asked him to join the travel association, not me, but he asked my late father to join the travel association. Then my late father said, "Oh, I'm too old already. I don't have time. I want to focus on my business. But if you allow, then let my daughter help me to help you in the travel association." So that's where I started my career in the travel association. I joined Asita Jakarta, then I joined another association, Indonesian Tour Leader Forum, Indonesia Tour Leaders Association, ASPI, and then now I focus in Astindo. And then in Astindo, I also had a chance to be led by very good leaders, Ibu Eli Hutabarat, late Ibu Meti Robot, late Ibu Herna Danuringrat. These three divas in the tourism industry actually the one who gave me chance to grow and to develop myself. Without them, then I won't be like what I am now. And then from Ibu Eli also, because she has a very broad-minded, similar with Ibu Yanti Sukamdani. Both of them are leading the ASEAN Tourism Association, and she brought me there at the Federation of ASEAN Travel Association, where I sit as the deputy president now. Previously, I was the president of FATA 2 years ago, and then now I'm also helping Ibu Yanti's brother, Bapak Haryadi Sukamdani in GIPI as a section, the Confederation of Indonesia Tourism Association, and also appointed as the director for ASEAN region in WTAAA, World Travel Agents Association Alliance. And as a woman, as Ibu Iyung said, and as per other women speaker, the wonderful woman speaker said that we have a different vision as a woman. We're driving the innovation. The innovation that we did in Astindo, in our own association, Indonesia Travel Agents Association, is perhaps most of you, when you listen to Astindo, what is Astindo? It's an Indonesian Travel Agents Association. Most of you perhaps think that Astindo is an association leading in outbound business. But during my presidency, we changed that model. We're not only focusing on outbound and ticketing, because most of our travel agents, especially in the secondary cities, in the destination cities, they are also the inbound tour operator. They are not only selling outbound, they are not only selling inbound, and they are not only selling ticketing, but also selling domestic tour and also inbound. They are inbound tour operators. So that's why we use our energy, we use our fund also to focusing more for the inbound. So that's how we support the inbound tour operator in other cities in Indonesia, like in Bali, Labuan Bajo, Lombok, Medan. We help them to we give them some fund to do promotion overseas. We bring them to ITB Berlin. We bring them to Kota Kinabalu for the ASEAN Travel Exchange. We bring them to Johor as well. And then last weekend, we just went to Kuala Lumpur to do the B2B for selling, for promoting Indonesia. And also during our own GP show, we have Wonderful Indonesia Tourism Fair. We also allocate some budget to accommodate the travel agents, the tour operators from the other cities, so they will have a chance to promote Indonesia to overseas travel agents. And we also women, we need to overcoming all the challenges. What we did in our association is was when last 2 years ago, when our deputy minister of Kemenko Marves RI, Maritime and Investment Republik Indonesia Ministry, Mr. Odo Manuhutu, he challenged Astindo to organize B2C consumer travel fair, but only selling Indonesia destinations. Our association is well known for organizing the Astindo Travel Fair, a consumer travel show which has been held since 2011, 14 years ago. And 2 years ago, he asked us to organize this Indonesia Travel Fair. So he said that you can't only sell overseas destinations, but you also have to promote your own country for the nationality. So we say yes. We said yes. We thought that he will give us some budget to organize that event. But then he said, but we have no budget. So you have to look for the sponsors by yourself. You have to look for the fund. You have to organize everything by yourself. So as a woman, I was like, okay, it's a challenge for us. Then my committee, most of them are men, they said, no, cannot, because men is very calculative. I thought women are very calculative, actually, especially Chinese. But then they are very calculative, and they said, no, cannot. The government, the ministry should come with some budget, and then if they can't cover all the budget, it's okay, at least half or quarter, then we will look for the other half or quarter. Then I said, no, but he already said he had no zero budget, he had no budget at all. We have to look for the fund by ourselves. But I already said yes to the deputy minister, and I can't go back, so I can't step back. I was just, okay, just help me to write a letter to some persons, then I will knock the door for you. So it happened twice a year, and even last year we got more sponsors, so we could organize four Indonesia travel fair in 4 cities as well. It was last year. And our focus also for inspiring the next generation. That's what we did in Astindo. We want more Indonesian people, especially women, to be involved in the tourism industry, because most of the young people now, they thought that tourism is sinking. We have no future, especially because of the COVID. During the pandemic, they already saw that we got no salary, we did the unpaid leave, so seems like we had no future. But then we want to inspire them. We want to tell them that tourism is we still have a very bright future. We still have a lot of things to do. We can do a lot of things by developing the tourism. So that's why we now in Astindo, while doing our training for our Astindo, the travel agent staff, we are not organizing the training. We don't do the training in their own office or in the government office or not in the hotel as well, but we went to their school. We went to the polytechnic, we went to the tourism school, the high school, tourism high school. We went to their schools in order to let them know that how happy we are in the tourism industry. And then also empowering the communities by just now Ibu Yanti mentioned about the tourism villages. That's what we did as well in the Astindo. In Astindo, we tried to give the free tour for those foreigners or even for the local tourists as well who want to visit the tourism villages. We know that not every people are willing to spend their time at the tourism villages, so that's why we subsidize the tour package for those people who want to spend their time at the tourism villages. So we pay for the expenses at the tourism villages. And again, as my committee members said, when we want to celebrate our 25th anniversary last year, it's Astindo 25th anniversary. They said, okay, let's do something like cutting the nasi tumpeng. So celebrate by cutting nasi tumpeng all together in all over Indonesia. But I said no, because we have to do something which is more meaningful to the community. So what we did is was actually we asked our chapters in 29 chapters. We gave them fund. We asked them to do something which is related to the sustainability, and they can bring the tourism high school students. They can bring the poly students to be involved with them in order to do the activities, either walking tour, cleaning the beach, or planting the mangrove. They also did the coral planting, the coral go to this, they went to the ocean and then do something with the coral. So that's what we did in order to empowering the communities. So let's talk about the fact about the women travelers. 54% point 22 women work in the tourism industry in Indonesia. It's more than it's, I think in the world only 54%, and then 64% travelers are women. 82% of them controlling the travel decisions, as Ibu Iyung mentioned, that we influence people how to travel. 40% women are solo travelers, and 60% of them do not travel with their family. We prefer to travel with other people rather than our family. The role for women in the tourism. Ibu Iyung already mentioned that we are the real traveler, we are the real planner. So who knows best rather than the woman? We provide them the travel inspiration. We provide them the unusual activities, the uncommon experience, the unique experience. We eliminate stress from planning because only women can do the multitasking. We save the time and money for all people who wants to do travel. We know how the value and the best deal for the trip. We are more proactive. As Ibu Yanti said, we are very talkative. We have a very good network. We are easy to chit chat with everyone. And we as a woman, we really pay attention to the details. Not only we enjoy the destination, not only we enjoy the trip, but we also want to make it sustain. So what we did when we as a woman, when we think about how to plan a travel, how to plan the souvenir, whatever, we think about the sustainability itself. We as an example, when we decorate the room, when we decorate the event with the flowers, with the fresh flowers, after that we think about how we donate the flowers, how we reuse the flowers, not only just throw it away, but we try to make these flowers more useful after we use it. So we donate the flowers to the schools, we donate the flowers to the hospitals, we give it to some people who need the flowers. And when making the souvenirs, we don't give keychain anymore because it's a bit too much and really unused now. Not really used. Then we use the tumbler, which is more sustainable. And also when making a tumbler, we also make it from the sustainable it's a sample from the Astindo tumbler, and it's made by the recycle refrigerator door. So it's really have a meaning on it. And then we also give the extra benefit for people regarding the meals that we serve during the trip. Not only good in presentation, but also not a very good not really a very big portion, because we want them to save the food. We want to fight the food waste. We don't really we minimize the buffet serving. We use the a la carte serving, and also we give the add-on benefit using the give the branding for some, like for our incentive group or for our company, our clients. So we have the branding also on our food presentation. it is very meaningful for some clients, because nowadays the younger generation, they really think about the sustainability, they really think about the food waste. They don't want us to destroy the environment. And women have our own travel purpose, of course. Why we travel as a woman group together? We have the common interests, we have the similar pace. We don't like to wake up too early because we still have to draw our eyebrow. We still have to do the makeup in order to get the good picture, the good Instagrammable picture to be uploaded on the Instagram, social media, whatever. We need a self-care. We don't like to walk too fast. We don't like to be sweating. We want to be pampered. We want to go to the spa. We need the body scrub, whatever. We want to apply the sunblock. So that's how women actually have the same interest when we do traveling. We're claiming our joy, and it's actually our self-credit when we do traveling with women. Women empowering women. It's not competition between women, but it's a credit for all the women. And somehow, as a woman, we also want to travel solo. Uh, Maybe post trip after the business trip, or just you need a me time traveling solo. Then of course the first top priority when we want to travel solo, of course, safety. We look for the safe countries, we look for the comfortable place, we look for a place which has the sanitary and hygiene. We don't need to trouble anyone. We are afraid that we might get some trouble when we do traveling. So we prefer to have something like which is more comfortable for us, a good access, good transport, a valid information from the real person, not from the scammer, not from the don't know who, not from somebody that we cannot trust, and of course privacy for ourselves. And it comes to the question: how do you want to take picture? When we would travel solo, this is the way, this is why you need to learn the technology. You need to study how to operate everything, your gadget, you know what to do with your gadget, the emergency button, the self-taking picture, the Siri, whatever you have to learn. You buy phone, you buy smartphone, not only for lifestyle, but also you have to maximize the use, the benefit of having a very good phone, a smartphone, technology, whatever, in order to get the good pictures to be uploaded on your social media. And of course, we need to travel with our spouse sometimes. For me, it's I will follow you, whatever you want to go, wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do, I will just follow you. I don't need to think about anything. It's a safe place for us, of course. We spend less energy when we travel with our spouse or partner. We did uncommon activities. You can see on the pictures that I did skydiving, we did the road trip, we did the adventure, we even did trekking in the river in Europe. Can you imagine that we went to Europe, everyone going to Europe for shopping, taking pictures, staying at a good luxury hotel, perhaps entertain the kids at the Disneyland, Disney Park, whatever. But we went to Europe for trekking in the river, staying in the river, to stargazing, whatever. So it's really unusual destinations, uncommon activities. But eventually, I don't know where to go. It's just an I follow you trip, and of course they don't think about the diet, whatever. They don't think about the healthy food. It's a culinary journey for the man. And we also need to entertain our own family. We go for the trip with our family as well. And during the trip with the family, woman always be the thinker, decision maker. We have to have a very big tolerance, big patience, very the extra patience. We have less expectation. We are ready to sacrifice for everyone, and we can be the Wonder Woman, Superwoman, who you handle the cash, you handle the luggage, you handle the meals, you handle every single thing. You pack for your kids, you have to think about the activities for the entire family to make them happy. So they're all happy, only you are not happy. And luckily, with this 17 sustainable development goals, the gender equality is on top 5 of it. So we can say that, okay, sustainability is not only about the zero waste, it's not only about the less energy, but also about the gender equality. So you can say that you cannot be the male dominance, but you also have to involve women in every single thing. So as Kartini said that she has options to learn, she has options to study. We can also say no to the male dominance. So hopefully in the next future, we will have more women in the management level, in the high rank level, not only on the low level, especially in the tourism industry. But in order to get to that top level, we have to do the non-stop learning. I can tell you, Ibu-Ibu, I've never spent any of my single minute to watch any Korean drama because it's wasting my time. I prefer to read something. I prefer to watch YouTube for learning something rather than watching the Korean drama. And then we also have to upgrade ourselves in order to get to to reach to the next level. We have to have a positive vibes, not comment about negative things. And of course, we have to be a busybody in a positive way, not in a negative way, not talking about the others people bad negative side or bad things about other people, but busybody in terms of helping other people, give empathy to other people. So with being the busybody, then you can know more, you can learn more, but then please don't comment about negative things about those other people. That's all the sharing from me. Last but not least, spread your wings and fly. You deserve to be a champion. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, Ibu Pauline. One word. That's the woman power, right? What you described. I just would like to comment a bit about sustainability on food waste. Perhaps this can be also inspired to other people. I was working for food waste company about 2 years ago, and what we did is we went to a hotel and whereby the conference is going on. So after lunch, they have to go back to their conference room. And then we talk to the hotel. We already talked before about it. Take the left, not the leftover. I mean the food cook already but untouched. So we pack them and then we give to the orphanage and we take video. And then during coffee break, we play the video in the hotel in their conference room and we say that look, this is what we share with the children in the orphanage of the food from lunch buffet. So I mean, talking about the food waste, this is sometime that we eat a lot, but or the hotels provide like 20% more than expected. So there should be a lot of food, not really waste, but untouched, but cooked food. So this, if we share, if we do this with others, mice activities, that would be very nice. Yeah,
Thank
great,
you, Bu
Ibu Pauline.
Ratna.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, and for the next speakers, we would like to invite Dr. Mira P. Gunawan, and she will be presenting the role of women in Indonesia's tourism, the public sector, and beyond. Silakan, Ibu Mira. Ibu Mira.
Silakan Ibu Mira itu langsung presentasi dari Ibu Mira.
Ibu Mira, are you there?
I cannot hear her. Maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's yes.
Terima
Thank
kasih,
you.
Bu Ratna. Respectable host, distinguished colleagues, speakers, participants, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the opportunity to give me the time to present what I have prepared about women and tourism. maybe I have something different than what the former speaker has done. I would like to start with my observation that when we discuss about women and tourism, we often talk about gaps between men and women. And most of the time, we put women as if in a position to be helped. And that is not true. We just hear what has been presented by the former presenter. Many articles have been written with regard to the role of women in tourism industry and their success stories. And there are also proof that their role in education are significant. Also, when we talk about community development and destination, like what Ibu Yanti have observed and many others. Now, I would like to invite you all to look at the other side of the story that women in Indonesia have played role in many different aspects beyond those that have been most discussed. So as the title here, I would like to start with the role of women in Indonesia tourism development, the public sector, and beyond. I'm not going to present one by one, but I would like to focus on some people that I would like to put on stage. So first, I would like to show that when women in Indonesia public sector, Indonesia have had 2 women ministers, 2 women vice minister, secretary to the minister, which is now with us here, Ibu Giri, and many deputies and directors in the ministry since the new millennium. At the other side, we also have Ibu Niluh sitting as member of the parliament, who is having strong voice to put tourism development rightly, especially for Bali, where she come from. At the district level, the story is quite different. The number of women sitting as the chair of the district tourism office are still much less than men. Just for an example, we have only 1 woman out of the 8 district and 2 municipalities in Bali, which is chaired by women. And also in the location of Toba UNESCO Global Geopark, one of the super priority destination, we also have only 1 among 7 tourism offices which is chaired by a woman. In fact, the one who has brought Toba into a global geopark was also a woman. But next, I would like to introduce whom I think deserve not only recognition, but also support in making Indonesia tourism better and stronger. So I'm going to present some Indonesian women who has played important roles and deserve more recognition. First is Ibu Wiwin. She is enthusiastic and very keen in heritage interpretation. With her international reputation, she has been working very hard and to bring interpretation into play in Indonesia's tourism. She has applied her interpretation and storytelling expertise for several destinations in Indonesia that otherwise may not be known or understood as such. She has also been undertaking training for many groups of different audiences and preparing written guidelines for interpretation that can be used by the government, by the community, or by the trainers. Expecting that many more destinations will develop interpretation services to improve tourist understanding of the subject and provide them with better experience, also attachment to the place visited. In short, with regard to interpretation, she read, she learn, write, and educate people of many groups and positions. She is very keen on supporting interested and serious institutions, public as well as private, and communities in developing their interpretative storytelling. Okay, next, I'm nominating a couple of women astronomers who has contributed to the development of educational or knowledge-based tourism. First is Professor Nana, whose name is used to name one of the asteroids, and she was chairperson of the Bosha Observatory in Lembang between 2018 and 2023. During the time, the observatory has experienced a serious disturbance for scientific observation as a result from the fast development of tourism. So tourism become the sector that has prevent scientific observation goes smoothly. Bulky and concrete building that increase heat, bright lighting, traffic generated, and vibration or shocks that produce particles all have high impact on the sky clarity, on the clarity of the sky that become obstacle for observation. She was then initiating and deeply involved in preparing a new observatory because Bosha is less functioning than before. And the new observatory is constructed in Timor, in the island of Timor. In addition, she has played a vital role in bringing astrotourists from all over the world seeking for opportunities to experience and watch the sky phenomena during special events like the eclipses from southern hemisphere. She is also campaigning for the dark sky policy, and not many are aware of its important impact on the ecosystem. For this matter, she was working with a junior Ibu Yuna, who has not only Ibu Yuna, who has researched at the potential of astrotourism in Indonesia. Ibu Yuna has been active in stargazing expedition, founder of misiluarangkasa.id, an astronomy education platform for children and VR-based edutainment. I was also reminded that this week is the week for International Dark Sky Week. And then my next story goes to Ibu Nana, whom maybe some of you know her better than I do. Why I'm promoting Ibu Nana? Everybody knows she is an archaeologist that has been put in many positions, not only in the archaeology department, but also in tourism-related field. When we have the Ministry of Culture and Tourism in one ministry at the beginning of the new millennium. With all many kind of assignment in the tourism sector, she was since then becoming member of the tourism community. Despite her assignment in the tourism-related field, she keep connected to her archaeology friends and relations and is secretary to the association. After retirement a few years ago, she was getting more and more intense in trying to bridge the cultural or the archaeological community and the tourism community. And she is working very hard and trying to assure that both groups, the archaeologists and the tourism enthusiasts, can benefit from each other to do, and everybody can do a favor to make the heritage alive and more economically sustained, and sustainability of the archaeological site is improved. And while it also creates attractive tourism product out of the heritage, which is also part that has been put in the law for cultural advancement. And my next champion is Ibu Ibu Suryani.
Yeah.
Ibu Suryani is a very popular person that you can know from the media. You can learn from the slide as well as from the media in fight, and she is popular in fighting against pedophilia and sexual abuse, especially in Bali since decades ago. For what she has done and she has been doing, we can easily see in the social media. We all hope that what she has been doing with her group are getting more and more support to protect not only Balinese children and women, but also remind us that it may or maybe has happened in other destinations in Indonesia and in the country and other country as well. She has also reminding the neighboring island of Lombok to be careful about the issue. And then my next champion is Ibu Naning Adiwoso. We know that everybody needs a clean toilet, but who cares? And I would like to say that Ibu Naning is the woman who cares. Ibu Naning, whom I met in the beginning of the new millennium, is the person behind the ever-improving public toilet in the country, a subject that many are talking about the issue, but not many are interested to be involved in how to solve. It is crucial issue, especially in the tropics, with humidity that causes bacteria, fungus, virus, and mildew to easily grow. It is a critical issue when Indonesia is aiming at reviving better and stronger after the pandemic, which also means we should have better health and hygiene condition. I'm proud for her consistent effort and commitments. And last but not least, I would like to nominate also an Indonesian women in marine tourism. Ibu Nunung Hasan started diving 50 years ago, is the first woman professional diver who owned a dive business. And I'm sure that she will be a good figure for diving education. So beside the business, I would like to underline her function as a diving educator in Indonesia. Putting her on stage is based on the opinion that for a country with such a geography like Indonesia, which strategically occupy most of the Coral Triangle area, many Indonesian need to be able to not only swim, but also to dive. So I'm sure that Ibu Nunung is the right person for diving education. Yeah. And yeah, this is my last message. Let us support all women, not only those who are already on stage, but also those who are far from the glamorous stage, to make their dreams and our dreams for a real quality tourism come true, not only for the tourists, but also for the hosts. I wish Indonesian women from all destinations to keep themselves on stage in making Indonesia tourism better and stronger. Thank you, and let us work together.
Thank you very much, Ibu Mira. Thank you for sharing the really interesting women and from the different sectors. And I believe that this what you share will inspire other women. And for those who interested, that we would like to announce again that all the presentation and the bio of the presenters, the speakers, will be kept in the website. So will be available from tomorrow. But thanks again, Ibu Mira.
You're welcome.
Some of them I don't know myself, but I would like to read further when it's available in the website. But thanks again for sharing. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, participants and distinguished speakers, before we jump to the sixth presentation, we would like to announce that we will have one voucher presented by the 101 Hotel, Jakarta Sedayu Dharma Wangsa. So the voucher will be given to the best article, and who writes the best article will win. Okay, so one voucher from the 101 Hotel Jakarta Sedayu Dharma Wangsa. All right. Okay, jumping next to the presentation number 6. From tradition to passion, how Bali women are preserving and maintaining culture tourism for international destination will be presented by Dr. Niwayan Giri Atnyani. Ibu Giri, silakan.
Thank you, Ibu Ratna. Okay, let me. Let me check first I'm not, okay. Well, Honorable Dr. Reza Zoltani, the President of Institute of Tourism, thank you for inviting me. And then my colleagues, Dr. Eka Mahadewi, who is very busy in preparing this webinar. And honorable speakers, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, everyone, and warmest greeting on this special Kartini Days. It is my privilege to join many top Indonesian women for this important celebration on the power and passion of women in tourism. Today, I will share how Bali women are preserving and maintaining cultural tourism from the grounded in tradition, but they are playing roles in preserving, innovating, and sharing the cultural heritage with the world. The presentation will focus on 3 points. Balinese women as cultural guardians, and then how cultural tourism has empowered women economically, and the third, innovation and sustainability in culture preservation. I begin with the voice of Kartini herself. We have learned a lot from her spirit, from her dream, through the compilation of her letters named After Darkness Comes Light. And one famous statement, I'm longing for the time when women will be valued for their character and intellect. Her call for women emancipation remains relevant today, especially for women who balance tradition and modern life. In Bali, we see this balance clearly, women nurturing spiritual life while also contributing to economic and cultural progress. So the first part is Balinese women as cultural guardians. Balinese women are the silent pillar behind Bali global cultural charm. This Wednesday is Galungan Day, a festive sacred day for Balinese, which is celebrated every 210 days. The ritual actually begins 25 days before the Galungan Day. On that day, we worship God, that God will bless the plant, the trees, to flower and to bear abundant of fruit, since we need to prepare offerings or bantans, that we need different kind of leaves, flower, and fruits. Bantan is a symbol of the universe, and it is arranged with full philosophical meaning and beautifully decorated. Since last Thursday, the atmosphere of the preparation of Galungan has become more and more visible to the eyes. And last Thursday, we call Sugian Jawa, which is meaning cleansing, the purification of the universe. And on the following day, on Friday, we call it Sugian Bali, the purification of the people themselves. so that we are spiritually ready to welcoming Galungan Day. All this preparation and celebration are dominated by women's role. If the seminar held offline in Bali, I'm sure that you will feel the atmosphere of the preparation of Galungan and its celebration. Everywhere you go in Bali, you will see people dressed in traditional clothes and women carrying bantan or offering heading temples. A very religious and holy atmosphere with gamelan or Balinese music and mantra be chanted.
Kalau mau ditinggal.
According to the Lontar Bali Dwipa, Galungan Day was celebrated since the year of 882. So this is a proof that Balinese women have long been central to the preservation of our culture. I remembered the early years of my marriage. My mom always asked me before Galungan, "What have you prepared for the ceremony?" She just wanted to make sure that her daughter was a good Balinese wife, although living outside Bali, keeping our tradition were executed properly, just like hers. Indeed, she was one of among a million caretaker of our tradition. That's Galungan celebration. One illustration how deep cultural knowledge the women have in implementing not only their traditional roles daily, but also their roles on professional sides, as there are women being teachers of dance, craft, and also ritual practices. They form the backbone of Bali's cultural tourism appeal, as noted by researchers Dr. Ari Widyastini. And then Balinese women are also artisan and performers, offering, as I mentioned before, that mostly prepared by women. The ritual at temples are arranged by women, the majority by women. And then the ritual at temple also completed with sacred dance like pendet dance and rejang dance. Pendet dance and rejang dance are performed by women. The pictures of rejang dance are on the slide. And of course, there are professional women dancer and well-known internationally like Niketut Arini and Niluh Chawan. And then women have also contributed to the growth of Balinese craft, textile, and decorative art. So we can say that Balinese women sustain practices that shape our culture identity. The second part that I would like to share that economic empowerment through tourism, from household to marketplace, from home kitchens and craft corners, women are moving into marketplace. Tourism, as we understand, has created new opportunity for people, for women to generate income through traditional skill. One researcher mentioned, Suryastinis, that many traditional domestic skills are now sources of income. Her research shows how domestic activities like traditional cooking, making offerings like the smallest one, canang sari, have been transformed into tourism product, have been transformed into entrepreneurship. And then since 2015, the Bali Tourism Board has observed a 43% growth in women-owned tourism businesses, especially those offering cultural experiences. This including women-led homestays and community-based tourism initiative, female tour guides specializing in cultural experiences, cooking school, and culinary tourism ventures in many places in Bali. The next question is, what are challenges and adaptation faced by Balinese women, particularly in balancing family responsibilities with business demand, as well as challenging in technology adaptation, and also probably marketing strategies? Balinese women are born to be strong and resilient. For while they reach the leader's position. They take pride in their dual roles as wife or mothers and as professional. For sure, balancing those roles demands time management, resilience, and emotional strength. Family and community, especially from husband, is crucial for the success. One entrepreneur, Madhiskarini, says that we are not abandoning our roots, our duties to family and community, but expanding what it means to be a Balinese woman in today's economy. Tourism is not just an industry, it is a path to independence. So this is about expanding what a Balinese woman can be: entrepreneur, culture ambassador, community leaders, all while staying connected to their roots. The third part, in innovation and sustainability in culture preservation, women redefine tradition for modern context. According to environmental anthropologist Wayan Damai, that today's Balinese women are also innovators. They are merging traditional values with environmental awareness through eco-cultural tourism. One example is Desa Wisata in Tegal Mengkep Village, west part of Bali. They call it Klecung Eco Village, led by a young lady named Ani Puspawardani. Everything they provide for tourists with consideration of must be eco-friendly, from local area, and having traditional values. In addition, they also offer tourist participation in planting trees, making canang sari, or short traditional cooking session and other nature experiences. Other point in innovation and sustainable in cultural preservation is digital preservation and promotion. A digital tourism analyst, Putu Sekarwati, shows how women are using technology to share rituals, crafts, and stories online without losing authenticity. I noticed in the village where my parents grew, young women generation love to share how to make various offerings using YouTube or TikTok platform, while the others learn from those applications. So on digital front, we can see how women are translating ritual, crafts, and stories into digital platform, maintaining authenticity while reaching global audiences. It has been great virtual experiences during the pandemic and beyond. And then cross-culture collaboration is also important. Through collaboration, as Nikomang Suniti, a cultural educator, suggests that women are creating cultural exchanges where learning goes both ways. Visitors learn from us, and we grow through those connections. So the cross-cultural learning between hosts and the tourists. So, and then the last, I conclude that Balinese women embody the balance between the preservation and progress. Balinese women are at the heart of cultural tourism. Their strength lies in balancing innovation with preservation and tradition with economic vitality. They turn cultural expression into economic opportunity while protecting the essence of tradition. Through their deep connection to tradition and innovative approaches to cultural tourism, Balinese women have become essential stakeholders in maintaining the island appeal as an international destination. I offer 4 recommendations to further empower them. The first one, that they need formal recognition and support of women's role in tourism. The second one, government and related stakeholders could offer stronger education and mentorship system to enhance their capacity and to keep them updated with knowledge and skill needed. And third, in this era, Collaborative network across generation and region are also important. And fourth, they also need to master digital literacy. So technological empowerment is a must. As highlighted in the Digital Tourism Initiative report, women who master both cultural and modern technology are the future leaders of sustainable tourism in Bali. Thank you for your attention and for honoring Kartini's legacy with us. Today, I leave you with the powerful words. We cannot hope to make progress if half of us are held back. Let us continue to support the journey of women in tourism as cultural leaders, business leaders, and change makers. Let's honor them and work beside them as partners in progress. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Ibu Giri. It's really amazing. I've been living in Bali for good for the last 25 years, and I still admire how the Balinese women can manage their time between their duties in Banjar, performers, some of them are really dancers, and also making the ceremonies and chanang and despite taking care of the family. But I really salute for the Balinese woman. Thank you very much for sharing, Ibu Giri. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished speakers, for the next presentation will be presented by Ibu Ratnauli Gultom with the topic of empowering women through ecotourism sustainability. Ibu Ratnauli, silakan.
Okay, thank you, especially for Ibu Giri to invite me to join for this empower women through sustainable. This is, I think, I need to introduce myself. I'm Ratnauli Gultom, founder Eco Village Lima Lombu. I'm a farmer and also fisherwoman. So maybe totally different what we are talking before. I'm as a participant is to make a power of the woman who make is a local style with the what we have to use what we have. So maybe this is my presentation. Wait, okay. This is empowering women through sustainable ecotourism. Ratnauli Gultom holistic approach from yoga to mango wine, how local innovation drive global impact. So it's like yoga not only for our yoga like a normal yoga, but this is a yoga how you create something for to yourself to make healthy your body, healthy your brain, and then you can make something more better to the world. So start we make it with the farm. Everything what we produce here is come from the farm. And maybe also my English is not good, but I'm just learning by doing. Normally people come like a tourism come to here only just need to see how to create is a local farm, how to create is a local food, how to create is a local product. So with the local product, we make is a mango wine because we have a lot of mango. Have a lot of mango in the mango season. Soon in June, July, if somebody want to come to Lake Toba, join with us to see how the mango a lot weighs. A lot weighs. Fall down a lot. But not only in Silimalombo, I think. It's around Indonesia. We have a lot food, a lot of fresh vegetable, fresh fruit, but we don't use it. So me is a normally ecotourism with sustainable. We use what we have. It's just people can come enjoy with natural, enjoy to help to activity local. So I'm farmer. I'm really proud myself. I'm a farmer, but people can come to visit and then to do something, and then to take care about environment, not only just to make concrete everywhere, hotel everywhere, but ecotourism now also really nice to show to all around the world how uh, rich we are. How rich we are. It's not about money, but we can survive without money. What we have in the farm, like vegetable, uh, fruit, and then from the lake we have a fish. Also, this we can show to the world how rich we are, and then all the ways around, not only mango, not only candle nut to make product, but a lot of even like a water hygienist, yeah, eceng gondok. We can make a product. At least because we are farmer, we can make is a compost. Just waste is a we don't need to buy, but have a lot of benefit. We can make it. Yeah, we can make a bag. We can make a different kind product from eceng gondok, water hygienist. Yeah. Also, uh, the mango when they make season, not only just make product wine, no, how to process until zero waste. Like skin, we can make eco enzyme. Fruit, we can make wine. We can make vinegar. We can make jam. We can make uh, different kind product. Yeah, and then the seed also we can make a seedling again, or we can also give to our animal. Like here normally buffalo, they can eat it. Yeah, so 100% we can use it. When the mango wine ready in 3 months fermenting, the sediment also we can make a hand sanitizer. When the COVID-19, we need a lot of hand sanitizer. Normally here is a waste, so we can take it. More uh, time, we make more also product from this waste. So also tea in Indonesia, we have a lot is warung kopi, but nobody to make warung tea, because tea we cannot don't need to buy. We can make tea from the uh, cinnamon leaf tea, graviola tea, and mango tea. Is even the leaf of the cacao. Everything we at least we have a 50 different kind tea around here, around our house. We don't need to buy. We can sell this to around the world. Maybe before I sell this to Europe, to America, tea only a little bit, but now we can sell here. In one packet, we sell 50,000. Everybody around the world come to buy, but we don't need to buy the material. Only just what the grow around here. We just make to dry a little bit and then to bake packets. But for every day, we also make tea from our farm, free. Everybody come to our place. When they enter to my place, minimum 5 minutes, already have welcome drink. At least we have juice, not only fruit. Yeah, can be leaf also we can juice, because benefit they have. Like uh, uh, what's the name? Uh, Kenikir or Cosmos caudatus in English, yeah. Kenikir, this is a good vitamin C. So why only just from the fruit? Yeah. Every day also we make a tea. We make when they have a lot of banana, Also, we can make is banana bread or banana fried banana or whatever. Why people come? We don't have anything to eat. We are farmer in Indonesia. It's a really popular. It's a farmer, but nobody to make this ecotourism to make this benefit more easy to make this, because we don't need to learn how to make fried banana. We don't really learn, because this already we make it when we are born here. We learn. So what we make it from grandpa, this I follow. What we eat, not only rice but ubi, yeah, cassava, sweet potato, and then just this give to the guests. They enjoy, yeah. Just bring them to harvest banana, harvest coconut, harvest this. They really enjoy this ecotourism. But not only just we invite them, also have a little bit education example. No toilet paper, because we contribute to cut the forest when you use toilet paper or tissue. Yeah, everybody to remain, all our guests, don't use tissue, don't use toilet paper. It's not about you have a lot of money. No, how you take care about environment. Like if you cannot to plant the tree, at least you don't cut the tree with, you contribute to cut the tree if you use is a toilet paper. But if you take care about environment, please only small things. No toilet paper, no tissue. This also you already take care about environment. Yeah, this may be small things, is a maybe a small issue for us, but this is important to take care about all about environment. So maybe this a little bit about us. Still a lot of things, but I know all the women, and now the Kartini woman is a really good. But for me, I'm as a farmer, maybe only a little bit I can sow. But we invite you all come to Lake Toba with the ecotourism, with the sustainable tourism, with the back to nature. This we are. I'm a farmer. I'm proud with the woman in Indonesia to sow to the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Ibu Ratnauli. Our name is similar, yeah. Okay, that's really inspiring, because I would love to be a farmer one day, maybe when I retired. But
If
just give you, yeah, just the modern farmer, right? Just to give you maybe a slide of suggestion. If you have a lot of mangoes, why don't you make dried mangoes? You know, dried mangoes is very easy to make, and it's not difficult to sell. You know, like Thailand, whenever people go to Thailand, they always buy lots of dry mangoes as a souvenir, as oleh-oleh. You already mentioned that you can make a jam of it, or you make a spirit or wine mango. But yeah, this kind of thing is really, really good. But thank you for sharing. If I come to Toba, I will get to know you. Thank you, Ibu Ratnauli. Okay. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen and speakers. Okay, the next presentation will be the new Indonesia from local woman perspective for Tourism Smart City Center, will be presented by Ibu Sri Wahyuni. I think I know you, Ibu. We met before in Kuta, long time ago. Okay, Ibu Sri, silakan.
Okay, thank you, Bu Ratna. Honorable Director of Tourism, Institute Tourism, distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for invite me in this great forum, and it is an honor for us to speak from East Borneo to all of you. In this presentation, because I will talk about new Indonesia new, whereas we will talk about the new capital city from local woman perspective to tourism city center. In this presentation, I would like to describe three different points. The first one is I would like to describe the overview of East Kalimantan condition before and after the announcement and the development of new capital city. And then the second points, I will continue with the role, the opportunities, and the challenges of women by the development of new capital city. And the third one, or the last point, how the new capital city become a new tourism city center and how it born to East Borneo. Okay, the first one, I would like to describe the overview of an update situation for the new capital city. Ladies and gentlemen, before the announcement of new capital city, we can see that the economic growth of East Kalimantan never reached 5%, just under 5%. We can see from 2019 until 2022, our economic growth is only up to 4.48%. The development of new capital city is started in 2022, and then in 2023, the massive development begin in new capital city, and we can see in East Kalimantan, the economic growth in 2023 increased gradually from 6.22% to 6.54% in 2024. And this achievement just above the national level at 5.03%. So in terms of economic growth, there is a difference between before and after the development of new capital city. What else? If we can see from the Sultan Haji Muhammad Sulaiman Airport Balikpapan, we can see the density of passengers. 2019, the number of visitors for 5.4 million, and then decreased rapidly because of COVID-19. And then just after the development of new capital city, the number of visitors rise rapidly up to 5.5 million in 2024. So again, we see the impact of new capital city to East Borneo. And then in terms of hotel occupancy in Balikpapan, especially because why I talk about Balikpapan? Balikpapan is the gate from the gate in East Kalimantan to new capital city. In terms of hotel occupancy, again, after the development of new capital city, the number of occupancy in Balikpapan rise until 71.76% in 2024. So what else? The condition between before and after. In terms of MICE frequency, before the development of new capital city, yes, Balikpapan is one of 16 cities in Indonesia that decided as a MICE city. But after the development of new capital city, from the announcement of the former president in 2019, many visitors comes for meeting, for exhibition, for surveying, and in 2022 and 2023, there's massive meeting in Balikpapan because of the acceleration of new capital city in Nusantara. So number of MICE in Balikpapan very high during the development of new capital city. And then in terms of number of visitors, we also can see that it increased gradually and it can reach until 2.6 million in 2024, the number that is not reached before. And what is the difference before and after the development of new capital city? The new capital city actually previously is part of East Borneo territory, but then the new capital city become independent authority with the name New Capital City Nusantara. But between East Borneo and New Capital City, there is new bonding. Right now, when people visit East Kalimantan, it will be associated that they will also would like to visit New Capital City. If people talk about East Borneo, East Kalimantan, they also ask about New Capital City or IKN. If people want to visit IKN, they also talk about East Borneo because East Borneo is the gate to go to New Capital City. Right now, there is a VIP airport in New Capital City, but we're still waiting this airport to be a commercial airport. Okay, next. The second point, what's the role, opportunities, and challenges of women by the development of New Capital City? In terms of the role, we have two official women that already involvement in New Capital City Authority. And then in terms of tourism, we find that women also involved in developing travel agency and tourist destination. And in terms of culinary business, women also involved in that, providing accommodation, local handicraft, and also providing local food. In terms of the opportunities, it is a great opportunities to introduce local tradition for traditional and cultural preservation, and also to increasing involved in economic activities for financially independent and more open interaction. And for the challenges, we noticed that at least there are three barriers. The first one is capital limitation, second one, competitiveness, and then the third one, in terms of quality of services. This is the point that the increasing of quality, the competence of women is also important to improve. So based on this role, the opportunities and challenge, our future facing is about the new capital city. Okay, next please. Since the new capital city developed with the direct border in East Kalimantan, people talking about the new tourism city center, which is born to East Borneo. The new capital city became popular not only in Indonesia, but also around the world. Many investors, many ambassadors would like to come and see the update situation of new capital city. So this, endorse many visitors to come to new capital city for business reasons and also for leisure. Even during Eid Mubarak vacation, the new capital city are visited by more than 64,000 people. So the question is, why the new capital city become tourism city center right now? Because as you can see from the picture, new capital city offer new things, many new things. The first one, the new capital city offer forest city, the landscape of forest city. And then there are many modern and futuristic green building, beautiful landscape, and also every building, every corner, every line, they have philosophy behind the landscape and building architecture. And this, this attraction creates what we can say as experiential tourism. People want to visit new capital city because they want to to feel the ambience of the forest city, beautiful landscape, and philosophy behind the landscape. And then, as I said before, that actually the new capital city cannot be separated, not in physics. Yes, we are already have different territory, but actually new capital city cannot be separated with East Borneo based on history, because the new capital city previously is part of East Borneo or East Kalimantan. That's why there are always bonding between new capital city and East Borneo. The challenges now is with this bonding, how to expand tourism sectors that be connected between new capital city and East Borneo. There are 4 main tourism in East Borneo. We have marine tourism, wildlife, cultural attraction, and nature tourism. So how the experiential tourism in new capital city can be expanded to tourism sector in East Borneo, which offer these 4 kind tourism in East Borneo. Next. Yeah, however, there are some issue in East Borneo in terms of limited connectivity to reach primary destination due to limited airplane routes, even though we have 3 airports in 3 cities. Better connection will create better accessibility to tourism destination that enabling community to be more involved, including women, into tourism business. So we have opportunity to give for the women in East Kalimantan has how to say can play the role better, but the remarks is that we need the capacity building of tourism knowledge and services for women to increase the role of women in tourism. So, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that through this webinar, we can update the condition of East Kalimantan at a glance, and also new capital city at a glance. And we hope that between new capital city, next slide please, between new capital city and East Borneo, the connection is not only about the development connection, but also in tourism sector, because we have attraction from forest to the sea, from nature to culture. And we promise that when you visit East Borneo, then you will lost in paradise. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ibu Sri. Wow, this is also inspiring us, because everybody wants to go there. Everybody wants to see what is the real IKN, yeah. Karena normally if you see from the website is not really effective. Seeing is believing. It's
Yes.
one of my wish list in my bucket list that I would like to go there. I'll go there. I'll get to know you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. And I think
you.
for the combining between the new city center and the tourism, especially orangutan experience, or with Sungai Mahakam experience, that you can combine all together. And of course, the new visitors or tourists would like to know where is the next capital city of Indonesia would be. Anyway, thank you very much for sharing. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
All right. So for the next presentation will be presented by Professor Dr. Beth Alcilisna Lagarinzi, and we have to be proud that she is the first professor woman in Indonesia. And she will presenting her topics with Women Behind the Wonders, Empowering Local Heroines in Tourism. Silakan, Ibu Beth.
Thank you, Ibu Ratna. Let me share my slides from here. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Evening. It's evening already here in Manado, eastern part of Indonesia. It is dark, getting dark here. Thank you, the director of Institute of Tourism, Dr. Reza. Thank you to Ibu Eka Mahadewi, my friend, invited me here and introduced the Institute of Tourism to me. It is new for me, so I just try hard to do my best to share what you want me to share here. So I choose my title is about women behind the wonders, empowering global heroines in tourism. I'm from Manado State Polytechnic, and it is just introduced by Buratna that I'm the first professor in Indonesia, women professor, and also I'm the first professor in Polytechnic all over Indonesia. So I work hard to do that. And then it's inspiring for all speakers here. I think we are not left behind now because all we are on stage, especially for those for us as speakers here. We are already on stage, but we don't only work for ourselves, but we need to remember them behind us, like women in less developed countries, for example. But I'm proud to have your Ibu Ratna Uli. It is very inspiring. It is, her strong statement is we can survive without money in Eco Village. Yeah, it is very inspiring. So I'll continue my presentation. What is the real one now? The reality now, tourism is one of the biggest employers of women worldwide. But in fact, we are stuck in low paying, insecure job. But in fact, actually, we are already work together, work hard to have the position like cooks, cleaners, craft sellers, or dancer, and everything. But we sometimes still work hard to get a better position like decision makers, business owners, or policy influencer. But not for us. It doesn't happen for us here. For the speakers, already are good position, are in a good position. I still remember Ibu Mira last time I've ever talked with you, also Prof. Windu, and also here we have Prof. Winda Mingkit. We are in the same town in Manado. You are all my seniors, and I think we are still need to struggle for the women position in certain in tourism industry. So this is related to uh, Kartini Day today. Happy Kartini Day for all of you. And because of Kartini, we are now work better than before. We have good position. And then that's why we need to struggle for our other fellows in tourism. Women sometimes visible in the surface, but invisible in the system. Why it matters? Empowering local women in tourism leads to economic resilience. And in fact, women reinvest up to 90% of their income back into families and communities. Also in cultural preservation, women are often the keepers of stories, languages, and tradition that tourists come to experience. And women have a better experiences. Sometimes travelers have authenticity from women in the local women. Why women matters in tourism. Behind every authentic cultural experience, there is often a women's touch, with the objective of to explore the vital role of women in local tourism, highlight their contribution in and challenges. We have challenges and advocate for empowerment in strategies. And let's have a look the women that are already operating in tourism sectors like Nepal. Local women are leading homestay programs in mountain villages, offering trekkers genuine cultural immersion while earning independence incomes. So it happened already. And in Morocco, for example, women cooperatives are producing and selling argan oil, giving travelers not just a product, but a story, one rooted in heritage and empowerment. Also in Guatemala, female guides are leading eco tours through Mayan ruins, blending environmental awareness with ancestral knowledge. Second, the next one is what holding them back. Why women left behind? So it is in effect that we have potential, women have potential, but they have limitation. For example, limited access to training and finance, gender norms and discrimination, lack of visibility and recognition. Actually, women don't need saving, but women need support, opportunity, and a seat at the table. Women contribution to local tourism. In the case of cultural preservation, women is better than men. Like the previous speakers has already mentioned, some of us mentioned that by numbers, we are better than men. The second one is hospitality and guest services, artisan product development, and local storytelling and guiding. The pictures provided here related to statement. And how we can empower women. Here's government, NGOs, business owners, even travelers can help. For example, in train and mentor women in business, digital skill, guiding, and leadership. Fund women-led initiative and cooperatives. Promote stories of local women in travel media and marketing, and also encourage ethical travel where travelers choose experiences that support women directly. Some spotlight on local heroines, like here in Toraja. Toraja is a city in South Sulawesi. I'm in the north, and Toraja is in the South Sulawesi. They are weaving traditional textile. It is very popular in the world. And in the highland of Toraja, Indonesia, women have presented the art and backdrop weaving. So this is the photo I took it last year when I visited Toraja. So all women are encouraged to do this traditional textile, but it is also a tourism attraction in Toraja. And also we have here homestay host in Tomohon. This is the city where I come from. And here the image representing homestay host in Tomohon, welcoming guests with local hospitality and knowledge. It captures the warm traditional setting and cultural exchange that define the homestay experience in this region. These women are not just offering a room, they're opening their homes, preparing traditional meals, guiding village tour, and sharing stories that no guidebook can match. Their local knowledge turn a trip into connection, and we need to support these ones. And in North Sulawesi here, they are so familiar, they are so popular. Local government support them in operating their homestay. So call for action. Empowering women in tourism isn't just a cause, but it is a strategy. It drives sustainable growth, protect heritage, and create richer experiences for everyone. So next time we marvel at the destination and let's ask who behind these wonders and what can we do to support them or to support her. And then supporting the heroines, we need to promote women-led tourism initiative, invest in capacity building programs, encourage inclusive tourism policies, and be a voice for change. And everybody knows that will be the ripple effects if we involve women in tourism. For example, in economic independence, cultural sustainability, improve education for children, and the strengthen community resilience. And this is my call to support. Let's bring the women behind the wonders to the front where they belong. And let's celebrate and support the women behind the wonders of tourism. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much,
Bu Ratna.
Professor Beth. Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. It's really inspiring up there in the north of Sulawesi. So it's getting dark there now, Ibu, yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Dear participants, don't worry about the material of the presentation will be uploaded in the website. Okay, so don't worry, you won't miss it. Okay, the last presentation will be from Professor Winda, and the subject will be the Blue Economy Heroines, Women Balancing Aquaculture and Ecotourism. Silakan, Ibu Winda.
Thank you very much, Ibu Ratna. I would like to thank you first to Institute of Tourism. Thank you for Ibu Giri and Ibu Eka who have invited me to become one of the speakers for this meeting. Please allow me to share if possible. Sorry, can everybody see? Okay, honorable speakers and participants, please allow me to share some slides with you.
Cannot hear you, Ibu.
Bisa Ibu? Prof?
Yeah. Oh,
We can
still
see.
cannot
Yes,
hear.
we can see.
Sorry, cannot hear you, Ibu. Can you?
We can. She is unmuted, but we cannot hear her. So
She's speaking though.
yeah, I think there is something wrong with the microphone or something.
I think it's Wi-Fi access. They're connecting to our.
Yeah, maybe it's a slow connection. And Professor Winda, we cannot hear you. I think you have a bad connection or something. Maybe Dr. Eka, you want to continue to, if you want to say something till she can fix her.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Reza. I think, let me check again. Prof. Winda, can you hear me?
No, she's not muted, but I think she has a problem with her microphone. Uh,
Maybe Dr. Eka can call her.
Well,
Meanwhile, I would like to announce that for the questions and can be sent to by email to consultant.pariwisata.bali@gmail.com and also to institutetourism.com. Ibu
And-
Winda, would you
Yeah.
like to try again?
Professor Winda, maybe you can log out and log in. Maybe because I'm sure you have a problem with your microphone. You are unmuted, but we cannot hear you. So,
yeah, he said that she can't hear anybody.
okay.
Yeah.
So I think
Well, I think we continue to conclude the webinar, Ibu Ratna.
But maybe you'd like to call her first, that she
Okay.
knows that she will.
Can everybody hear now?
Okay.
Oh,
That's
hello.
Hello.
You're back. Okay,
Yeah?
Ibu.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yep.
I don't know
Speaking.
why. Okay, so can the committees just share my presentation instead of something?
okay, we can hear you now very well.
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
So can you speak, please?
Can you hear me now? Is it
Yes,
okay
we
now?
can
Yeah.
hear you now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So can you share my presentation? I already sent my presentation.
Dr. Eka, will you share or?
So if I can try to share it again, but I'm afraid if something wrong with my.
Okay, maybe.
Somebody can
Should I
help
try
her.
again? Should I try again?
Yes,
Okay, now I try. Can you see my presentation?
it's coming up, I think. So, okay, yeah, it's
Yes,
coming
we can
up.
see.
Okay,
Okay.
we can see now. Yeah.
Silakan,
I'll
Ibu.
try because I'm so afraid if something wrong with my presentation. Okay. Well, hello everyone. Sorry for these problems. My presentation title is Blue Economic Heroines, Women Balancing Aquaculture for Sustainable Tourism. Okay, in my presentation, there will be 3 parts, which is the, oh no. First one is the importance of aquaculture, blue economy, then the role of women in aquaculture and sustainable tourism. I think this is not good. One second. Okay. And then the next is problem solution, finally future direction, and I will present you about 3 minutes video.
Okay.
So, do tourists come to Indonesia to see aquaculture? Indonesia is one of the best aquaculture production. In fact, we are the second one after China, and then which is produce billions of tons of fish annually. Even though aquaculture is not the main interest of visitors, some visitors want to learn about the sustainable fish farming, ornamental fish breeding, and seafood production. Certain location aquaculture sites, such as tilapia farming, shrimp farming, oyster and mussels may offer educational tours. Besides, Indonesia also has a rich marine biodiversity and it's a good hotspot for diving and snorkeling, where tourists can observe marine fish species and mussels that are cultivated in aquaculture. Why aquaculture? Because aquaculture is crucial for food security, economic growth, and environmental sustainability, because it provides a significant source of seafood and help reduce the pressure on wild fish population. The importance of aquaculture, as I mentioned before, is for food security because there's a growing demand of seafood, and also aquaculture will provide nutritious source of protein, etc. And for the economic growth, with aquaculture, it could create jobs and income in the coastal and rural communities in developing countries, and it also can stimulate economic activities in feed production, processing, and marketing of aquaculture. And the third one is it will give environmental benefit, because in aquaculture it helps to reduce the pressure on fish, wild fish populations, which also with the aquaculture it has have the smaller carbon footprint and good land use compared to the other form of livestock farming. And last one, it's also aquaculture rebuilding stock of endangered and threatened species, because with aquaculture we can breed and raise endangered fish and other aquatic species, which is contribute to the conservation effort, and it could help to restore the population of depleted species and maintained by the diversity. Next, we move to the blue economy. Blue economy, as we may all know, that is the sustainable use of ocean resources for economic growth and also improve the livelihood and jobs while we preserving the health of the ocean ecosystem. And the mainstreaming gender in blue economy, because with the blue economy, women can promote leadership in marine governance and also encourage the gender sensitive and informed policies and practices. So what's actually the role of women in aquaculture for sustainable tourism? First, because women can support innovation in aquaculture technology and business. Before, maybe people know this, just men can involve in innovation in aquaculture technology and business. But nowadays, there's a lot of women who can involve in supporting the innovation in aquaculture technology and business. Second one, women also can advocate for gender equity and labor rights. Third one, women are driving sustainable and responsible aquaculture practices. And finally, women can contribute to the economic growth and the food security. However, by doing this, there are some problems. The first one is limited access to resources, and therefore we need some solution, which is we can improve the access to the resources. The second one is the cultural and social barriers. As we all know that in some area, for working in aquaculture, gender is some problems, and therefore we need to do some gender training programs that could help women to join in this aquaculture. The third one is work load and time constraint. And to find a solution for these problems, we can do some supportive policies that maybe can reduce some workload of women and also the time for them to work. The fourth problem is lack of training and education. And to find a solution for these four problems is by doing the community support system, that we can do some training and education for women so they would be able to involve in aquaculture. And finally, climate change impact. And for the solution for these fifth problems is by doing the climate adaptation strategy. So we do some strategy to overcome the impact of climate change. And what can be done in the future? Well, we can actively influence in the future of aquaculture with our contribution to the technology, innovation, environmental sustainability, and economic development. And for us to involve in sustainable tourism within aquaculture, we can do it by 5 directions. The first one is leadership and decision making. The second one is eco-friendly innovation. The third one is community-based tourism. The fourth one, education and capacity building. And finally, with policy advocacy. So to finish my presentation, I would like to first thank you for everyone. Then I will give 3 minutes presentation video for you to watch. So please enjoy. Welcome to North Sulawesi, the land Welcome to North Sulawesi, the land of smiling people, where everything is there from the sea, volcanoes, mountains, endemic flora and fauna, and birds. North Sulawesi underwater is home and paradise for ornamental fish, corals, and sea turtles. Therefore, we need to protect and preserve for their sustainability. Freshwater aquaculture fish in Tondano Lake, seaweed culture in Nair Island and Arakan needs to be measured and monitored for its future profitability. In order to protect our natural resources, we have to get trained and involved in programs internationally so that the role of women in aquaculture and tourism will be understood. At the end, we should act now or later, maybe too late. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I give back this to Ibu Ratna. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, Ruwinda. I know I've been there many times and I was climbing Mount Mahawu. It was marvelous, and also diving in Bunaken. So I believe that your video later on will be seen by so many people and will give inspire and more wants to go, a place to wants to go at the bucket list. All right, thank you once again.
Thank
Okay,
you.
ladies and gentlemen and distinguished speakers, we have learned so much and a lot from this webinar today from distinguished speakers. Hopefully this will be more useful and make impact to all other women, not only in Indonesia, but maybe in the rest of the world. So identifying problems and find solution is our challenge, and making the create the action plans when to do now or regret later. I would like to thank you. And of course, giving the final closing statement, I would like to invite Ibu Dr. Eka. Silakan Ibu.
Thank you. Terima kasih, Ibu Ratna. Thank you, Dr. Reza. I would like to thanks to all distinguished speakers, participants from all over the world who watching us to this webinar on Facebook, Instagram, also YouTube. And thank you also to EHGMA, Indonesia Hotel General Manager Association, who support us and then give us voucher, and then will be give to participant who write as the best article. So I think Dr. Reza will explain about it. Thank you very much for Hotel 101 Dharma Wangsa Jakarta with the General Manager, Mr. Garna Suara, and from IHGMA, Mr. Arya Pering. Thank you very much for his contribution to this webinar. Two nights include breakfast for the best article related to women in tourism. And for the conclusion from this webinar, we have a recommendation based on the conclusion from 10 speakers from top women in Indonesia tourism as a keynote speaker of our webinar. From the representative of Minister of Tourism, Dr. Masrurah, take note on support women participation and emancipation. And the second from Prof. Windu Nurianti, I got the point, her conclusion with a 6 points conclusion. And then for the third, Dr. Rianti Sukamdani, talk about women are growing work in hospitality sectors. And from Mrs. Pauline from Astindo, talk about woman traveler in travel business perspective. And the fifth, Dr. Mira, talk about woman recommend woman. Woman recommend woman. And then Dr. Giri take note for a woman involved more in cultural protection, especially in Bali. She gave me with 4 points recommendations. And for the second speakers, Mrs. Ratnauli, I think I learned a lot from her. Just like in Bali, in every tourist village have their own local coffee. She informed us tea, yeah. Local style to international or global human resources tourism standard. It's like a yoga, no tea, but we need a coffee. As I love coffee very much. And number 8, Mrs. Sri Wahyuni, I'm sorry, Ibu, from East Kalimantan, talk about East Borneo and new capital city. Also, we inform us about the new creation, 2 new attraction in East Kalimantan. I think this is give us a potential job and potential tourism businesses in new capital city, especially in marine, wildlife, and nature attraction. And then number 9, Prof. Bet talk about women behind wonders, empowering local heroines. And then the last but not least, Prof. Winda talk about women leadership in aquaculture sustainability, how she developed her destination by developing aquaculture sustainability. And then for the recommendation, I took a note about 8 recommendation, but for improving women participation in tourism requires a multifaceted approach. Here, there are 8 points. Number 1, we put on education and training. Number 2, access and funding, especially when I see the Manado, how develop, how Ibu or Prof. Winda develop aquaculture sustainability. I think we need access funding to develop the program. And then number 3, we need a support network, establish mentorship program. And then number 4, we need policy advocacy, work with government to implement gender responsive budgeting in tourism development. And number 5, our focus on community engagement, where promote cultural heritage tourism initiative that empower women, highlighting their role in preserving cultural practices. I think Ibu Giri already mentioned about it. And then number 6, we take note on marketing and promotion. We highlight successful moments in tourism through marketing campaign that inspire and encourage others to participate. And number 7, work-life balance. Sometimes as a woman, no need to work in midnight shift or something like that. How to support childcare facilities within tourism businesses to assist women employees. And then number 8, we need research and data collection. So by using data to formulate a targeted intervention and measure the impact of initiative, aim at improving women's participation. And it is mean that by implementing these strategies, tourism stakeholders can create a more inclusive environment that support women empowerment and enhance their contribution to the industry. I think that's all, Dr. Reza, my recommendation during this international webinar on top Indonesian women in tourism. And then time to Ibu Ratna again.
Thank you, Dr. Eka. Dr. Reza, would you like to say something? You are the only handsome here, the only handsome
Well, I get a
Please.
message. I get a message from the feminist groups in Europe. They said they are very happy that they didn't see a single man face here. So I will not make it very long here. So thank you so much, everybody. It was really good, really good. I learned so much and it's wonderful. And definitely we will continue this. I want to thank especially Dr. Eka that have been the last few days working day and night together. And then I know she's very busy, but she has done a wonderful job to get such a wonderful and amazing group together. And we will continue. Definitely, we have many projects, including in Bali, Bali Women in Tourism, and many others, which we will announce them slowly in the coming days and weeks. And everything will be on the website from tomorrow, including the PowerPoint and the recording of this. So thank you so much. God bless Indonesia, the lovely country, and the great ladies of this wonderful land. Thank you so much, everybody. If there is any questions, any remarks, or anything before we leave, please. Anybody? No questions here? Anybody want to say something before we close? No. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Reza.
Thank you, Ms. Ratna.
Thank you,
Thank you very much
everyone.
for
Thank
your
you so
wonderful
much.
rating.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
See you
Very
next
well. Thank
time.
you so much.
Thank you, Institute of Tourism.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Bu Eka, thank you. Bu Giri, thank you everyone.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you, Eka.
everyone.
Gurjit,
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Hai.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Terima kasih kepada partisipan semua.